Welcome to Silliman University, the campus by the sea. Welcome to the open online course on fighting information disorder on social media. This course is designed to equip learners with the necessary tools and knowledge to effectively combat information disorder on social media. It consists of 6 modules, each delivered asynchronously. This open online course is completely free and open to all types of learners. It follows an asynchronous learning format with an estimated engagement time of 54 hours. The course is delivered in asynchronous learning with 6 modules. First, we have misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation and social media. Second module is architects of network disinformation. Third, trolls and deepfake technology. The fourth module is about fact-checking process, tools, and platforms. Fifth, becoming a responsible social media user. And last but not the least, digital means to fight information disorder on social media.
At the end of the course, learners should be able to understand the various forms of information disorder, including misinformation, disinformation, malinformation, and their impact on social media platforms. Analyze the strategies and techniques employed by architects of network disinformation and recognize the role of echo chambers and filter bubbles in amplifying disinformation. Identify the characteristics and implications of trolls and deepfake technology in the context of online misinformation. Develop proficiency in fact-checking, utilizing relevant tools and platforms to verify the accuracy of information encountered on social media. Cultivate responsible social media usage habits, including critical evaluation of content and responsible sharing practices. Explore digital means and tools available to combat information disorder on social media, including the ethical considerations and societal implications of such interventions.
Throughout the course, you will engage in self-paced activities, micro-learning sessions, and even gamified challenges, all delivered through our innovative OurSoul learning management system. It is structured into different parts to guide your learning journey. By working through each part of the module, you will be able to develop a comprehensive understanding of the topic at hand and achieve the desired learning outcomes.
These parts include the introduction. This section introduces the topic and sets out the learning outcomes you can expect to achieve by the end of the course. You will also be introduced to the instructional designer and writer of the course and be provided with an overview of what to expect. The lesson. This section is where you will find all the learning resources of each topic you will cover. These resources are provided in various multimedia formats such as videos, audio, and infographics to cater to different learning styles and preferences. The knowledge check. This section provides a quick quiz or assessment to test your understanding of the material covered in the lesson. The lesson activity. This section allows you to apply the concepts learned in the lesson to a real-world scenario or problem. The performance task. This section provides a more comprehensive activity or project that allows you to demonstrate your mastery of the topic. The reflection. This section provides an opportunity for you to reflect on what you have learned and how you can apply this knowledge in your professional or personal life. The moving forward. This section provides some guidance on how to continue developing your knowledge and skills in the topic beyond the course materials. The references. This section provides a list of sources used to develop the course materials, which you can explore further if you wish to deepen your understanding of the topic.
Upon successful completion of the course, you will receive certificates of module completion, participation, and even a certificate of course completion. A certificate of completion per module will be issued for those who comply with the requirements of each module. A digital badge will be given for every completed module. A certificate of participation will be issued if the following requirements are met. First, if you get below 80% score but higher than 0, and if submitted all the activities. A certificate of course completion will be issued if the following requirements are met. First, those achieving 80% and higher of the total points possible for all 6 modules. And second, if you have submitted all the activities.
I will be the lead facilitator. Together with me are experts and trained teachers at the Silliman Online University Learning Office from the College of Computer Studies, Technology Business Incubation Office, and the College of Business Administration of Silliman University. Together, let us become informed, responsible, and empowered social media users. Join us in the fight against information disorder on social media.
Before the webinar begins, kindly rename your Zoom name to your complete name and department or affiliation. This helps us identify participants and promotes a productive discussion. Please ensure that your microphone is muted when you are not speaking. This minimizes background noise and ensures a clear audio experience for all participants. If your internet connectivity allows, we encourage you to switch on your video. It helps create a more engaging and interactive webinar experience. However, this is optional based on your internet stability. Questions and discussions will be held after the main presentation. Please save your questions for the designated Q&A session. You can use the chat feature to type your questions during the talk. The session will be recorded for future reference. All recorded videos will be uploaded to and accessible on the Silliman Online University YouTube channel. By attending, you consent to being recorded. After the training session, we kindly request that you fill out and submit the evaluation form. Upon submitting the evaluation form, you will receive a certificate of attendance and/or participation via email. Please ensure your email address is correctly provided in the evaluation form. Your feedback is valuable and helps us improve our future webinars. Thank you for your cooperation and participation in our Zoom webinar. We look forward to a productive and engaging session.
Heavenly Father, We come to you in this hour, asking for your guidance and protection to our virtual gathering today. We thank you for the gift of life, the gift of family, the gift of work, and the gift of friendship. We thank you for this great opportunity to bring us together in this session as brothers and sisters. Bless the committee, the facilitator, and the attendees of this gathering. May we continue to value and appreciate the true essence and meaning of life with the help of your grace. And as we go along to our discussion today, we humbly pray that you would deepen our understanding. Lord, enlighten us and give us wisdom every day. Forgive us for our shortcomings and remind us to always be mindful of the things we do in life. We offer our life and our decisions to you, O Lord. May this gathering today create a memorable experience and a fruitful outcome. We ask this through our Lord Jesus Christ, our Redeemer and our Savior. Amen.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mayong hapon sa tanan. On behalf of Dr. Dave E. Marshall, the Office of Soul Director, we welcome you all to this webinar, no? And within this webinar, we will be talking about the information disorder, and we will have to fight for this one, no? So we are trying to give you what we can when it comes to fighting information disorder. So we're delighted to have you join us today in our collective effort to address the pressing issue of information disorder. In an age where information is abundant, no, and is easily available to us, discerning truth from misinformation is more crucial than ever. Throughout this webinar will unravel the mysteries of how information disorder is created and shared, so we will have an idea, as well as explore strategies and then tools and insights to empower ourselves and our communities or our peers against the spread of false information. So let's challenge the status quo and share valuable perspectives later on, especially because we will have our Q&A later on. So if you want to share something, we will be able to be you are welcome to do so. And then also empower ourselves to be, say, guardians of accurate information, especially because most of our audience are young people. So we should be able to practice being guardians of accurate information. And then we have to work together towards a more informed and resilient digital landscape, because the future is digital, and together we're shaping it for the better. Thank you for being part of this important conversation. Thank you for your attendance. We're really glad that there are a lot of you here today. So together we can make a significant impact in the fight against information disorder. Thank you. Okay, so I guess I have to go through with this one. This is our outline for the webinar. So by the way, before I give you the outline of the webinar, the purpose of this one is to actually also introduce to you, other than the topics that you see on screen. We the team have actually created or generated a courseware that's fighting information disorder, no? So within the courseware, later on maybe we could talk about it. Within the courseware we have these 6 modules, no? So in the screen you can see the 6 modules, and it's actually more of the first 3 modules trying to give you an idea of what and how information disorder is created and shared. And then for the last 3 modules, you will be given how to do fact checking, tools, strategies, or even preventive measures on how you could actually save yourself from being victims of information disorder. And of course, eventually be an advocate of fighting against information disorder. So that would be what we will cover for the afternoon. So can we go to the next slide now? Okay. So that's the module and that's the purpose actually. So I've actually also, we have already given you the 6 modules. So those are the 6 modules. And we now start with the first module. Okay. So because our director is also in another transaction, or he has to have other um, things to do for today, I will be delivering the first module for you. And for the first module, no, it's really something that is um, giving you, we're trying to give you how social media, how we define social media, our perception of social media, and of course the different types of information disorder, no? So the title says misinformation, disinformation, malinformation. You might want to say, so they are not interchangeably used. We can't, because we will have our meaning of that one. So for the first one, so what when we say social media, we it's something that we hear maybe every day, no, of our lives as social media users. But what do we actually mean by social media? Because most of us um we have the tendency to actually just say social media is the one that we use, like for example Facebook or maybe Instagram or so on and so forth. But if you look at it, they are actually websites and computer programs that allow people to communicate and share information over the internet, no, or through a computer or a cell phone. Now, the ones that we actually have the impression of as social media are part of these types of social media. So the types of social media that we are exposed to nowadays are in the forms of blogs, no, microblogs, no, especially with X or Twitter, and then we have wikis, no. Hopefully you have been able to edit at least one wiki in your lifetime. And then we have social networking sites. So the ones that we have actually always talked about, like Facebook, is not just a social media, no, it's actually part of a social networking site when we talk about Facebook. Photo sharing sites, if you are into Instagram and so forth. And then we have instant messaging. We have video sharing sites. If you are into vlogging in YouTube, then you are into a video sharing site type of social media. So the rest goes on. So we have podcasts, widgets, and virtual worlds. So this is actually how broad, no? How broad social media could be. It's not just a platform that you're using, but it's more than that. So we go to the next this definition. So the most important way to actually address this is to have an idea of what information disorder is, because when we say information disorder, it's very rampant because the spread of erroneous, when say misleading or inaccurate information, can cause information disorder, and which can result in injury or even violence at times, no? So when we say information disorder, it is defined as being spread or created with a goal to damage, no, someone. So when we say it, it's really something created in such a way that it could damage a person, it could damage a community, or it could damage the users. And what's important in here, if you look at the descriptions of when we say information disorder or disorder syndrome, it can give us, or it could lead us to the three different types of information disorder. And we have the three, which is misinformation, and then we have disinformation and malinformation. I know many of you may have been used to hearing misinformation and you thought that was it, but we still have malinformation and we have disinformation. So let us try to um, explore them one by one or try to see them one by one. Can we go to, okay, so we are already on the first one, which is misinformation. So this is the type of information that we are so used to, no? So we are so used to hearing or say everything that's fake news is misinformation. But in reality, it's actually the most unharmful type of information disorder. Why do I say so? Because it's false information, but the person disseminating or trying to share the information believes it's true, and it's unintentionally done, or we say accidental mistakes. No, so it's not the ones that you say I na post, no, so it's not an accidental mistake for you because you are intentionally doing it. So what are the types of misinformation that we can think of or examples? So aside from the example that's given there, let's just say, no, because we have a lot of young people here or students, learners, no, so you actually are very excited to share that there is no class, maybe Monday, no? Only to realize, for you, it's a real information, only to realize that no classes for Monday, only for those types of maybe places that are hit by a typhoon or something like that. Or it could actually be a no class day that actually happened like maybe 2 years ago, but because you were so excited to post it and tell everyone about it, you have actually given them the misinformation in your post. So that's how it is. And also, if you are into things like maybe parodies or something like that, or whatever joke or whatever joke that you might want to share, no, online, these are just part of misinformation. So that's something, no. So most of us think that misinformation is a very this is the very core of fake news, but it's actually not, because it's more of the intentional way of being able to um, share, share the mistakes or unintentional, accidental way of sharing information. Okay, then we go to the second one, which we call disinformation. So when we say disinformation this time, sorry, yes, disinformation. So this is the one that is really created to harm other people. Meaning this type of information is really not real. No? Not real in a sense that it's something that was made up, okay? Made up, and in a sense it has to be disseminated so that people will believe it. So this is more of the real core of information disorder. It was intended, created with the intention of harming others. No? So most of the times, no, when we have our disinformation, no, aside from a competitor purposely posting false statistics about an organization, maybe this is for an ad for a company or a brand, but recently we just had our um, SK elections and barangay elections. No, even with the very small type of election that we had recently, it's actually there was more disinformation still that happened online and maybe elsewhere, no? So this information here would mean that you are trying to make a propaganda or maybe some an information about your competitor as maybe a barangay kapitan or maybe an SK chairman. So that is a type of information when it comes to disinformation. So it has to like make or break a person, no? So more or less break a person if you are trying to disseminate this information. Okay. The next one, the last one of the three major types of information disorder is, can we go now to the next slide? Oh, yes, we are already on the next slide. It's called malinformation. So malinformation, by the way, is more of a factual information. It could be public information or private information. Yet, no, it was shared in such a way, no, shared in such a way that it could harm the person, or it is connected to a different type of information, two types of information, like for example, an image and a factual information, but they are not connected with each other. But because of malinformation, you want to give or place a connection to this one so that a party um will be destroyed or will be harmed, no? So you try to establish connection between two, maybe good information that will actually become a malinformation. Why? Because it's not connected in reality, but because you would want to your intention is to really give or do some harm, you are already giving malinformation. So in here, the example was of a picture of a dead child refugee with no context. So meaning, but it was ignited because of the post or the text that you have placed in order to give or more hatred or maybe sympathy for an ethnic group, no? So something like that. So if you might have seen information like this, no, you would say, this is very true because I've seen this text information as true, and this picture also is true, but because they have been connected together or integrated together to form a new set of information, this new set of information is actually called, what you call is the malinformation. Okay, so I hope it's already clear to us now that misinformation is unintentionally done, or those accidental mistakes that we post online. Um, this information is the one that was really created to it's really not factual information, is the real fake news. And then malinformation is actually putting one and two good information together to connect them, thus creating more of a malinformation because it's not connected with each other. Okay, so we go now to the next slide. So actually in module 1, if you would have the chance to visit module 1 in the future, we actually have more than just 3 types of information disorder. So there's more to that. So you have 7 types of misinformation and disinformation. So I will just go into maybe satire because most of you are familiar with parody. No, so when you say satire, it's a type of humor that pokes fun at people or situations to make a point. Maybe you are also followers of maybe memes or parodies, no? But sometimes people use satire to spread lies or rumors on purpose. Meaning, there's nothing really wrong with the type of information or the image, but because it always gets shared to the point that it it connotes a different meaning to the people you share it to, no? And more people might not realize it's supposed to be a joke, no? Because it's something that's funny or something that's um say a very good piece of information for you know the intention that it's a joke,
but because it's shared so many times, it has a different meaning to it. So that's how satire or parody is, no? And then we have here false connections. So let's try to say false connections. I know you're also drawn to this one, especially because what you see in the thumbnail is not what you actually get when you watch a video. So that's what you call false connection or clickbait. No? So the ones that you see on the thumbnail is totally different from the content of the material. So this happens when, like for example, a headline uses a sensational language to get people to click on a story sometimes, no, even a headline in or something, or the text maybe of something that is posted, but then the actual story doesn't live up to the hype of that particular thumbnail or that particular headline. So these are just some of the misinformation and disinformation types of the 7 that we have. So those are the things that we can learn in module 1 if you go through module 1. So I hope you were able to get at least a grasp of what information disorder is all about. So let's proceed now to our module 2. It will be delivered to us by Sir John Synth Palama. Sir John?
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Thank you, Mama. I hope that my screen is now visible from your end. Okay, so my topic this afternoon is the second module, which is on architects of network disinformation. So basically, today we will be exploring some concept of this topic on architects of network disinformation. So this topic talks more about into how people, how individual or organization, or perhaps government use the internet to spread false or misleading information for various motives and its potential impact on society. So it is really important to understand the disinformation interface to be able to capture the intersection between diverse and hierarchized professional disinformation architects. So let me begin on defining network disinformation in this module. Now, what is network disinformation? This is a three-level hierarchy of digital workers whose aim is to really ignite support at the grassroots level and real political supporters. So to really take on the work of persuasion in social media platforms, the disinformation interface introduces a three-level hierarchy. And let's get to know more about the three-level hierarchy. So on screen, as you can see, there are now three level of hierarchy on disinformation interface. On the other hand, there is also an infographic stating about the architecture of network disinformation. And then I will be individually explaining to you the function and the description of each of the level. Now let's discuss first on the top level. The first level is the top level. So the top level of network disinformation campaign are considered as ad and PR strategies, and they are also considered as a chief disinformation architect. And who are these chief architects? They are the one who made the script, and they're also the one who set campaign messages and even design disinformation messages. So, for example, um, a nation state government launches a network disinformation campaign to influence an upcoming election in a foreign country, not in the Philippines, they use advanced techniques such as what's the advanced techniques? Using deep fake videos, deploying sophisticated bots to really manipulate public opinion and even so discord among foreign population. So that's the top level stage, which that's the role of the ad and PR strategies. They are the one who manages the whole entire campaign and planning. The second level is the middle level, and they are aspirational middle class digital workers as anonymous digital influencers. And in the middle level, we can see here the work of our social media influencers. And who are these social media influencers? They are the operators of one or more anonymous accounts that commands more than 50,000 followers that are paid based on the reach and engagement they produce for a campaign, such as example, our celebrities among artists. So they are in the middle level or aspirational middle class digital workers. And yeah, example to this is the social media influencers. These influencers produce and share content on social media, presenting themselves as concerned citizen and endorsing, candidates' policies about revealing their true affiliation. So that's one of the example under middle class digital workers, and they are also considered as the social media influencers. And the last level here is the lowest level. And it states here that the lowest level are assigned to amplify influencers' messages, and they are workers as community level fake account operators. So at the lowest level, individuals are now hired or influenced to really amplify the messages of the middle level digital influencers. These individuals may not be aware of the larger disinformation campaign, but are paid to like, paid to share, and comment on influencers' posts, making them appear more popular and credible to broader audience. For example, they might be paid for flood of comment section of a post with positive feedback on specific political candidates' speech. So this stage now has this mga fake trolls. At this stage, we considered these people, right, trolls, because they are the one who make use of a lot of accounts and really designed to spread fake news and amplify different messages to a particular post. So that's in the lowest level. And as you can see on the other side, we can actually see an infographic that talks more on each stages: chief architects of network disinformation, digital influencers for the middle level, and community level fake account operators or the trolls on the lowest level. And we also have here grassroots intermediaries. What is this in the framework or in the infographic? Grassroots intermediaries refers to the people that are not part of the official or institutional structures, but play in have role in spreading this information. So let me have an example for grassroots intermediaries. Examples are bloggers, mga journalists. They are under grassroots intermediaries. They are not part of the official structure, but they play a role in spreading this information. So they are under grassroots intermediaries. Now, the disinformation interface is a porous boundaries between so-called paid trolls, work executed by influencers and fake account operators, and the enthusiastic zeal of political funds and grassroots intermediaries. So the disinformation interface is about the unclear difference between people who are paid to spread fake information online and those who genuinely believe and share such information because they support a particular political group or case. Sige. Imagine a controversial election that was happening last time during our SK and barangay election. There are two candidates, a candidate A and candidate B. The group of paid trolls and fake account operators are hired by a third party to post false stories on social media or social networking platforms, claiming that other party, which is the candidate A, is involved in a major financial issue. So these fake stories spread quickly in social media. At the same time, there are many, passionate supporters from the other party, which is the candidate B, who genuinely believe in their candidate's superiority. They also start sharing stories, magmaydegan yung uban, information online, right? Some of which might be exaggerated and not entirely true. And I remember last time in our group chat to the United Diplomats in the Philippines that the other candidates in Manila are actually using false credentials, right? Just to show their enthusiasm, or perhaps just to show or to let people believe about his or her capability. And it's not really good. So in this scenario, the disinformation interface now refers to the point where it becomes difficult to distinguish between the intentionally false information spread by the paid trolls and the enthusiastic but potentially misleading information shared by genuine supporters. Now, then, here, the boundaries between deliberate manipulation and sincere engagement become blurred. Right? So, now let's move on to the principles and practices of network disinformation. And there are two here mentioned in the Architects of Network Disinformation, which is on the production of controlled interactivity and volatile virality. So let's first define what is controlled interactivity. Controlled interactivity is a two-step flow model of influence where political campaigners what's their aim? Their aim is to disseminate a common script and is concerned only for message control and discipline. So their aim is to disseminate a common script to their supporters. And the only goal and the only concern is to have a message control and discipline. So that is why it's termed controlled interactivity. I'll give you an example in political context. In a political party campaign, for example, volunteers are provided with a predefined set of slogans, platforms, and policies of this, running barangay captain, for example, highlighting all the platforms to share it to social media. And this ensured that supporters across different porok in the locality, right, communicate a unified message, reinforcing the party's key priorities and maintaining message control of the platforms shared, the plans, and other stuff. So that's controlled interactivity. On the other hand, volatile virality, they're concerned for this concern on the message amplification, send and increase the script or message to a larger audience. So that is why it has a term here from the prefix itself, viral. So their concern is to really have expand their message, not just for their locality, but also not just only for the leader in the party, but also to really expand it to beyond the box. For example, right? I'll give you an example. Imagine a political candidate who makes a strong statement during a forum or a rally, for example, or a debate, and someone records and share it online. And this video during rally becomes really popular because people, both supporting and opposing the candidate, share their opinions, right? Express their opinions to the video. And this sudden surge of sharing and commenting makes the video reach a lot of more people than expected, creating a big online conversation that can only comment about the candidate and their message. Then the video itself that was posted in Facebook, for example, becomes viral. So as their message, their caption, when they shared it. And that's volatile. I mean, volatile virality works. It becomes more viral. And lastly, in module 2, there are also sets of stages on the principles and practices of network disinformation production. There are 3. Stage 1 is campaign plan design. Stage 2 is click army mobilization. And stage 3 is creative execution. I will be explaining to you each of the stage. Now, stage 1, during campaign plan design, the political team here strategizes the key messages and target audience for their upcoming election effort. So this is the stage of planning, this is the stage of strategizing, and the stage of setting up goals before they will be implementing this. Right? Example, a political candidate now running for a city council position or city councilor and has a campaign objective of increasing young campaign objective is to increase voter awareness and support for their stance on environmental sustainability now. So their campaign plan includes strategies to engage with voters. So it's in stage 1, planning. So that's their plan to engage with voters. Another thing is town hall meetings, canvassing efforts, and even sharing online content that focus on environmental policy. So the political running candidate, city councilor, is actually having in the stage of planning, in the stage of strategizing and setting up goals, right? So that's stage 1. Stage 2 now then click army mobilization begun. And in this stage, volunteers and online supporters are rallied to click, right? They're rallied to click, especially during barangay election when the COMELEC allowed us to post our poster online. The supporters are now rallied to share also, to share the post, right? To share, to click, to tell someone that you like this, to share someone that you react to this post because it has a nice platforms, right? Volunteers during this time also engage with campaign content aiming to boost online visibility. That is why, the candidates during the election was actually using, right, the advantage of the social networking application or platforms such as Facebook to post their platforms, and others would know about their future plans. And this stage 2 begun on clicking army mobilization. The supporters are rallied to click, to share, and to engage with campaign content. So these individuals and groups have significant online following and align with the candidate's stance on the issues. Last stage is stage number 3, which is creative executions. So creative executions comes into play as a campaign launches eye-catching videos and graphics to effectively convey the candidate's stance on critical issues. And this is considered as the final stage of implementation. Assuming that the city councilor in the first stage was actually, just planning and strategizing. Now, after planning, they're able to post those platforms online in Facebook and rallied by their supporters that's in stage two. Now after that, they're able after rallying, they're able to win the election. Then execution will now be done or implemented, and right. So it will post or launches eye-catching videos and graphics to effectively convey candidate stance on their perspective or on their issue. So campaign plan designing will be done in stages 1 and 2, and take note that campaign implementation or execution will be done in stage 3. So that is all for module 2. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you, Sir John, for that very informative information. So now I will be discussing to you Module 3, which is about trolls and deepfake technology. So let me first share with you my screen. Okay. So I would want you to be engaged when it comes to this module. So I want to see some virtual emoticons on the screen. So you can just check or click on any emojis there if you find what I'm telling you informative or interesting. And also you type in answers to whatever I will be asking. That is if you know the answer to it. So any answer, just share whatever information you know of when it comes to trolls and deepfake technology. So in this module, we will be covering trolls and bots on social media, deepfake technologies. I hope this is not the first time you've heard of that word, and how to combat bots, trolls, and deepfake. Okay, so let's practice clicking those emoticons. So I hope you can find it in whatever module or device you are using. Okay, I can see there's some putting the heart sign. How about the rest? You're still looking where it is located? Yes, very good. Thank you for giving me those hearts. Yeah, so that I can also feel confident in what I will be presenting to you. So, trolls. Sige. I know for sure you've heard of this word already. Have you heard of this word, trolls? Can I get a thumbs up if you've heard of the word troll? Or if you've ever encountered mga trolls? Yes. Yeah. So troll is no longer new to you, right? You've heard of trolling, you've experienced trolling. So my question would be then, why do people troll? Why mangyud? Why mangyud? Why is there a reason for people to troll? Can you put your answers in the chat box? Why you think people troll? Why do you think that there are people who really wants to troll? Sige, I'll wait for any words. Na attention seeking, yes. Mga attention seeker. Make fun, yes, make fun or just to pass on the good vibes. So nakisakay, diba yun, nakisakay. Spread false information, yes, just like what Sir John, the previous module, to spread also for false information or information disorder, they use trolls. So na mga farm trolls, farm trolling. To cause discord or disorder. Yes. Fatherless. Oh, basta no respect, fatherless. Pwede sad. Personal amusement. Yes, because there are some people who are very sadistic. They want sadista if Bisaya pa, sadista. They want to hurt the feelings of other people. So they get amused if you're also going to reply from the hurtful words that they post online. So if they feel that you are triggered by whatever it is that you post, then the trolls are happy because na-trigger kayo. So, okay, yeah, disorder, making fake news, fame. Sige, if for fame, kisay who are, name me a famous nga troller or any troller that you follow online. Because that's true for fame. They do a lot of stupid stuff just to get famous. So those are what we call trolling as well. To look good with their fellow trolls. So we as individual person, we want to be in a group. So if you're in a group and this group is already trolling, you want to enter also. So you want to look good with your other fellow trolls, most especially if you have a lot of likes or a lot of comments sa trolls nga inyong gihimo. Si Bogart, is Bogart a troller? And sino ba Bogart the Explorer? Or Bogart the dog of Sir John? Insecure, okay, yes, pwede ring insecure because you type in hurtful comments to a post of someone just posting his or her photo. Parang ano, that's what most of the youngsters do nowadays, diba? Post a selfie of them, like every hour there's a post of themselves and there will be a troll commenting bad things about you. So maybe perhaps they are insecure of themselves, that's why they want to post these comments to you. Okay, kisa man sino si Rendon, troller. If you there's this Indian troll. He does not hurt people. He does not hurt people's feelings, but he comments parang mga nakakatawa ng mga comment. Trolling siya, but it's not a hurtful kind of troll. Okay, so there I forgot his name. I show speed. Sure yan. I show speed. O baka. Basta there are people online, popular people online na nagto-troll pero not necessarily na I forgot the name, basta Indian yon, tapos yung isa is American, Mr. Nobody. Perhaps you've seen this online already, most especially sa Facebook. They post like stupid comments, but what their comment is nakakatawa siya, hindi siya nakaka-hurt ng feeling. Yeah, I'll check. Check nyo yon si Mr. Nobody Daddy. Ewan ko, baka nga yun. Sige. So, there are a lot of yeah. So, basically, pag mag-troll, di ba, para kang nag-bait sila. Nag-bait sila for you to comment on their trolling comment. Kasi again, when you comment on their trolls, it's like you're feeding them their happiness. So it is important not to feed the troll, especially if there's someone trolling you. You're posting something and they comment something hurtful on your post. So don't feed them. Don't reply to their comments. Okay? So basically, there are a lot of trolls online. So again, trolls are not just yung hurtful trolls yung nakakasakit ng mga feelings niyo, but there are also trolls, most especially itong number 2, the do no harm troll. Okay, so sila yung dalawang personality ng sinabi ko. They are the do no harm troll. So in module 3, if you will be able to access our online learning management system, you'll be able to see or know what these trolls are. Maybe perhaps you have a friend, if you check number 6, if you have a friend na who's doing friendship troll. Friendship troll is you did not invite the other friend. Let's say tatlo kayong mag-friends, no? You just invited the other one. You did not invite the third one. And yet you posted stuff online. Parang you're making them feel jealous of where you went, what you ate. So nag-post kayo ng everything that where that you went, everything that you ate, then you say sana you're here, something like that. So if you know a friend that's like that, that's a friendship troll. Nag-troll sila because they want to hurt that other friend of yours. Who here has experienced that or know someone who has experienced that? Thumbs up nga. If there is, yung nag-troll kayo ng isang friend or you know a friend that's trolling someone. Wala? Walang walang, ay, there is, there. Mayroong nag-thumbs up. Okay. Isa pa, I'll give itong existential void troll, yung number 8. Ito yung mag-post ng mga comments or mag-post ng not just comments but will post something online that will say parang the world is ending na. Parang even if he or she is crying, she will post it. Parang ganon. Nagse-selfie tapos umiiyak tapos nagse-selfie, ganon. So, do you know anyone that's like that? Parang wala na bang nagmamahal sa akin? Mga ganon. Mga parang end of the world na, mga ganon. So, they are the existential void trolls. So, again, there are a lot of different types of trolls you will encounter online. Okay, next to trolls are internet bots. Sige, let me see if you have already heard of internet bots. Can I get a emoticons? Any emoticons? Mga bots, yung mga robots online. Internet bots. Okay, just one? I only saw one. 2. But the rest, 3. Not all? Internet bots, yung pag, let's say, ano na ngayon, di ba, 11/11. So, daming discounts online, di ba? Tas pag mag-respond yung seller, pwedeng bots yung ginamit niya. Kasi let's say, for example, there will be thousands of you asking about this product. Of course, they will not be able to respond to that right away. So, they use mga internet bots or chat bots. So have you experienced that? Any online? Let me see. You've experienced that? Okay. Just a little. Just a few. You've experienced a robot talking to you. Sa chat, usually sa chat. Yung mga generic lang ng mga questions, kumbaga, di ba? You click on this question and then the robot will answer automatically. So we call those bots. So there are bots that are good, which is that kind of bot, yung mga chat bots, because they help yung mga sellers to answer a lot of queries. Okay. But again, there are also other bots that are, we call these malicious bots. Malicious sila kasi they are programmed to do malicious stuff online. So if I go to the next, yan. So basically you've already encountered chatbots, web crawlers, social bots, and the malicious bots are the bad type of bots. If we say web crawlers, ito yung mga Google bots. Those that when you search online, pag mag-Google kayo, let's say you're going to search for a specific word, like the meaning of, let's say, meaning of internet bots. So the web crawlers will be the one to search all the websites that is related to whatever it is that you are typing in Google. So they are what we call mga Google bots. Okay? So now we go to deep fake technology. Who among you here has heard the word deep fake? This is no longer new. Or maybe perhaps you've seen this but don't know the word that describes it. Okay, I'm checking the chat box and the emoticons here. O sige, for those who type approve or nag-approve dito sa emoticons, can you type in about deep fake? What do you know about deep fake? Or mga applications sa deep fake, or where is deep fake used? Or mga examples, just anything related to deep fake. Yes, malicious deep fake. Okay. Because they're used maliciously, like, let's say, yung si Obama, if you have access there to Google, check deepfake Obama. So si Obama, dinipfake siya ng isang comedian. And if you don't know there is this thing called deepfake technology, you will really think that it was Obama saying these types of words. Okay? So, face swap, yes, deepfake din yung face swap. AI image generator, yes, AI image. So, when we say deepfake, it can be a deepfake video or a deepfake audio. So, that's very prevalent now. Yung mga audio na pwede, you will be pasting a sentence, and then you choose which audio you want to play the text that you have posted. So AI din yun. You will be able to hear this, diba, sa TikTok or sa Facebook. Okay? Then, wait, my next slide pala. Yes, what else? Machine learning software that can swap faces. Yes, good. But not just faces, even your voice, even the voice. So just imagine voice and the face. And if you are this gullible person, yung sa Bisaya pa dali ra mauwat. So you're very gullible, and you'll be able to be a victim of trolling or fake news and those kinds of things. So it's very important that you know this, that there are trolls, that there are malicious chatbots, that there are deepfake technology, for you to be aware that you should not be just sharing any information right away. You need to check the sources, check a lot of sources to see if this information are correct. Okay. So yeah, we've covered already deepfake video and deepfake audio. So purpose, I'll put this back up. What do you think is the purpose? Why do they create deepfake video or deepfake audio? What's your answer? Why do people create such technology? Aside from entertainment, of course, ma-entertain ta, we've been doing the face swap, diba? Nakakatawa talaga yun pag mag-face swap ka ng isang artista tas yung face mo tapos hindi talaga magkakatugma yung face. So, what else from that? From entertainment, why do people create deep fake video or audio? Yes, create false identity. True. And again, if you don't know that this is fake, then alaot ka. What's the Tagalog or maano? Kawawa ka. O pwede din terrorism. Because let's say for example, sino bang president? Ating example. Putin. Oh, let's say si Putin. They're very powerful, but they have a lot of yung para sa war gani, let's say he's been deep fake. And then he will say to the news or to say to everyone, let's yung para mag-war, let's do World War II na. World War III pala. Let's do World War III na. So that can be terrorism. Yes, spread false information. Pwede rin ruin people's identity if it's not used in a good way. There's also a good way to use the deepfake. It's when it comes to entertainment. Yung sino ba yung Paul Walker? Diba namatay naman si Paul Walker. So instead of him completing the scene in Fast and the Furious, what episode? What was that? Part ba yun? May part 1, part 2. So instead of him doing that, the production team hired his brother. And since they have the same like structure sa physical structure nila sa body, and then deep fake lang yung niya, yung face niya. So it's used for entertainment. Okay, it can be used for entertainment. Like if you also have a celebrity idols and you want them to greet you a happy birthday. So yung mga companies that does that will just show a deepfake video of that idol of yours saying, greeting you a happy birthday, or whatever greetings you want them to say. Okay, so if you read this purpose and reason, there you go. Whether it is the recreation of long dead artists, it is also used in medical and other sectors, in addition to its uses as entertainment and education. Okay. So moving on. These are the applications or software to use deepfake. So I don't know if you can see my mouse. I'm moving my mouse. So as always, I give this an example. So this is Coco Martin. I face swapped it with Sir John's face. So that's their son. Son. I used D-ID D-ID yung sa Canva. There's a D-ID sa Canva you can use to do deepfake deepfake photo. But these are some examples of deepfake apps and software. Maybe perhaps you've already used some of this, or if not, screenshot it and maybe look into it to see if maybe you want to deepfake someone. Okay. So how to, I'll put this back because I want to ask, let's go first to trolls. How do you spot trolls? How do you know that these people that are posting online are trolls? How do you spot them? Can I get some answers in the chat box, please? We're almost done. That was the last slide. The next slide I'm going to put. So I want to ask, since you already know what trolls are, you know what they do, how do you spot them? Same point of view or comment. Yeah, some trolls, even though their answers is far out, they will just comment it and then just copy and paste those comments. So every comment that they do is the same comments as what they comment sa mga previous na post. Yes, they use fake accounts. True. Yes, by analyzing their comments. Yes, true. Be the boss and don't feed them with reply. Reply them with kindness. Yeah, parang kill them with kindness. Nobody really wants to mess with someone who is kind. Diba? Even if someone will tell you nga, ang, what's the Tagalog of maot? Ang maot mo, ang ugly mo, ang pangit mo, ganyan, di ba? Ang pangit mo. Sabihan mo na lang na, okay, ang ganda mo, alam mo, maganda ka. Oh, they will not reply to you anymore because if you kill them with kindness, it's like they will mellow down. Kasi if you'll also say, mas pangit ka, they will also reply, pangit mama mo. Ganon. Di ba? So don't reply na sa mga comments ng trolls. Yes, they use fake accounts. Block na dayon. Yes, they post fake news. How will you know po if it's fake news? You check other sources. Yes, they are anonymous. And they constantly post. Parang yun na yun yung nila, trabaho nila 24/7. Di naman, di ba? We have a life po. So if they always post something, mga trolls na talaga yun. They use snarky phrases, true. They frequently destroy someone's life. O parang mga mga bullies, cyber bullies. Yes, bad deeds. True, they don't make sense. Yun. All of your answers are correct. Very good. If they post can cause offension and humiliation. Oh, that's very good. True. So those are what you have to notice when you check online. So trolls yun. And then how about deep fake? Last na, deep fake. How do you know that these posts are deep fake? Even deep fake video or deep fake audio. How will you spot? Go, answer. How do you spot deep fake, either video or audio? Take for example this, si Sir John. I said na kanina, si Coco Martin at si Sir John. Pero parang hindi nagtatugma ang parang kapitbahay ni double checking the legitness of the post. Yes, ano ba to sa deepfake? Yes, poor editing there. Because our technology is not that good yet, especially pag free lang na technology. O take for example, itong si Coco Martin at Sir John. Color and lighting, mismatch. Yes, they look unrealistic. Sometimes, here are the ito na nga, I'll put it there. Don't look or sound real. Very good. So I hope by all these informations that you have gained, you'll be able to fight information disorder. So I hope you've learned a lot in Module 3. Now I will move you over to Module 4. Thank you for listening and have a great day.
Okay, so we're now in Module 4. Okay, so when we say Module 4, 4, 5, and 6, they're more of our solutions to what we have learned in Modules 1, 2, and 3, no? So before we go to Module 4, sorry. Before we go to Module 4, let's also try to see that why do we need to know about those types of information disorders? Why do we need to know the structure? And why do we need to know all these elements that are say roaming around or are actually very active in information disorder? It's because we need to know them because, for example, when it comes to the structure, we we can unknowingly be part of the structure. Remember the voluntary or the grassroots portion. We could actually be, because we are staunch supporters of this and that, we become part of the trolling community because of that one, because of our emotions attached to being supporters or say enemies of people in social media. So that's why we really need to know these things. And it's more also that we have to know how to give solution to all of this, if or at least be prevented with the things that are going on in social media, no? So we start with fact checking process tools and platforms, no? So I know that maybe you have had those statements posted in social media about fact checking. So can we go to the next slide, please? So when we say fact checking, no? So when we say fact checking, it's really more of a verb, an action that needs to be done, fact checking eh. So, pero, are we doing fact checking? Can you give me, for those who are there, can you at least give me a thumbs up if you have in your life actually have done fact checking of social media posts that you have seen? Anyone? Not necessarily lahat, but at least you have done fact checking on your own. Anyone? Isa lang? No one has ever done it. Okay, so at least, no? So because maybe of some statements that you have seen online of say, if fact check mo, something like that, then you get to be say practicing it as well. So very good for those who are already trying to do fact checking, especially with posts in social media. Now, um as I have to go back that is an action word, something that needs to be done. That's why there is the verification on the factual accuracy of a piece of information and the process of trying to confirm, no, or refute claims when it comes to that's expressed in writing, print, or online, especially the ones in social media. Any field where statements are made requires the practice of fact checking, no? So you see the fields there that's making use of fact checking. Now this time it's also rightful for us to do fact checking processes or fact checking, yeah, the fact checking, especially for those that are posted in social media. Now we say, ma'am, kailangan bang i-fact check lahat? No, we'll start with baby steps. So we don't have to like fact check everything. There are so obvious posts that we know that are really fake news, but there are those that really that really has that impact on us, that we feel that these are very good piece of information, yet we're not yet sure if it's really factual information or not. So those we could start with those. No, we could start doing fact checking with those. Can we go to the next slide? Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. So for the next slide, we have here what you call, say, you don't know of any fact checking tool, but you could do some fact checking on your own using the SIFT method. But before we go through the SIFT method, what do you mean by the word SIFT? What do you mean by the word sift? You could just place it in the chat box. When you say sift, I sifted the flour. I sifted also the sand. So what do you mean by the word sift? Anyone? When you say sift, okay, like filter to separate two things. So you're trying to filter or purify something because you don't want to say you want to like segregate the bad flour from the ones that are good. no? Or you'd want to segregate the pebbles from the sand, then you do the sifting. So actually, it's also applicable to what we do with information, no? But in here, we have a different way to sift, because sift actually stands for stop, investigate the source, find trusted coverage, and trace claims, quotes, and media back to the original context. So, how do we do this? So, whenever there's this post that really has impact on us, or maybe something that has interest, made us being interested with a post, no? So, we just have to say first, teka. It's not really too good to be true. This could be true, but I'm not really sure. So you really have to stop, not share right away. No? So stop and then investigate the source. So how do you investigate the source? So can do you actually like click on the main source or the main sharer or the main the person or the account that posted it or something like that? So you could actually do that. So you investigate the source. Now when you investigate the source, it would really give you the idea where the if the source is credible, reliable, no, so something like that. Now when we go to F, or say find trusted coverage, it means that if it's, especially if it's like news, it's part of news and public affairs. By the way, news and public affairs, they have their own posts also in social media. Um, you could have you could actually do or find trusted coverage, meaning it should be seen in other websites as well, or news outlets as well, no? So it's not just from one source, no? Hindi siya galing sa isang source lang. It should have other it should be seen in other news outlets, no? So you have to actually look into, like, for example, so if this post if this post, you have to verify it in other sources if it really is correct. Now, if it's the only post that you can see, then you should actually already know that it is not factual, meaning it's something that's really made up, no, made up, or it could actually be something that um that is like a candidate for being an information disorder. Now, after finding trusted coverage, if you feel if you have seen that it is actually also being disseminated by other news outlets or sources, that's the time you go back to your own, or to the post that you have seen. So trace claims, quotes, and media back to the original context. Meaning, what does this mean? So is everything within that particular information or set of information correct? Or baka naman merong mga discrepancies, no? So maybe the first portion is correct, the second portion is made up, the third portion is maybe something, no? So it has to be like that, no? It's not something that's very um um say easy to do right away, but again, let's all practice this one in a sense that at least, no, once a day you will be able to encounter something significant posted over the internet or over social media. You might want to practice at least once a day, and eventually you will be mentally doing it, no, you will be mentally doing it with the other posts that really struck you, or that really um has say given you interest. So that's how, what we call the sift method. So it actually doesn't need a platform. No, all you have to do is go through the four steps in doing sift, and then you will be able to at least have your own method of um, doing fact checking. Okay, so the next one is the tools and platform. So what do you mean by the tools and platform? So we actually have nowadays we have websites, um, and also platforms that will help us out when it comes to these. And for the websites, we can go to websites that post news and information that are fact checked. No, so factcheck.org actually, and then Snopes, they attempt to disprove and confirm like mga urban tales, internet rumors, and other unclear information. No, they are actually, these are the ones under the website portion. They are actually, some of them, like for example, Snopes. I have known PolitiFact, especially for political information or news. Snopes is already hired by other news outlets like mga CNN or BBC. So they are actually the fact checkers of these news outlets. No, so these websites. Unfortunately, most of them right now are not for free. No, but you could always go to the websites, or at least see their mark, or at least their logo when it comes to news, so that you would know that they have all the information for this particular website is actually fact checked, because it has maybe the logo, or maybe it has the mark of a fact checked, or Snopes. No, in the Philippines, we actually have a news outlet that has its own set of say fact checking. No, I know everyone is familiar with Rappler. Are you familiar with Rappler? If you are familiar with Rappler, they have already those types of news. It's really good that they even point out why it's fake news, why it's actually fact check. So there's already a big green check in there, so you would know that these are factual information. Google is trying to have a platform called Fact Check Tools, yet it's not yet as fully developed right now, but they have already published. Now they have, if you try to Google it, it's called Fact Check Tools, and then you will see some news in there that are actually already fact checked. No, so you might want to try that one. No, and we go to another platform that's actually for bot spam and detection. Now, especially for Bot Sentinel and Botometer, they are actually something that will help you realize. No, it's like a rating lang. No, it's like a rating if you are actually interacting with a bot account. No, so if you're not sure if it's a bot account, or maybe a bot account, then you might want to go or visit Botometer and Bot Sentinel, and try to see try to type in there, try to see if that account is actually a bot or not. No, so you have that one. And the last one is for the codes and standards, because I believe we also would need some standards, some guidelines, and some policies. Why are they considered fake news? Why are they considered um, factual information? Stuff like that. So groups and organizations are working together. So they have this. It's actually, they create the codes and standards in order for information transparency. No, so we have the likes of Pro Truth Pledge, wherein they create standards for greater transparency, maybe in journalism. No, so again, there are actually groups that are helping us out. No, not just the laws and policies of the nation. No, but these are actually very good groups that would really help us out when it comes to the dissemination of factual information, and of course trying to figure out the how factual an information is, or how factual a particular set of maybe images or video is. So they are helping us out. So at least we have, you might want to visit their site, so that you would be aware of their endeavors as groups, no? And this will at least help us that to think, or at least be not just think, but at least be secured, no? We don't have to be victims for us to visit them, or we don't have to be victims to be doing all the sifting, no? So we have to have already be aware of these things. At the same time, we also have to do some action for us to be shielded from all this information disorder that's happening. So we go to the next slide, please. Okay, so for module 4 also, we there in module 4, it's tackled how one could actually safeguard their own privacy and security, especially because everyone really has multiple social media accounts. Am I right, or am I right, Pitaw? Um, Many of us actually have multiple social media accounts, but are we managing it correctly? Okay. So who among you, okay, so who among you here have already set your, or say managed your settings, especially like for example in Facebook, manage your settings on who can access your posts and access your account? Can I have like, yeah? So, have you done that already? Sino ba ang nakaka-access ng account mo? Everyone in the world? Only your friends? Or only yourself? Wag naman. Because it's social media. It's supposed to be, there's supposed to be some kind of communication with you, no? So it shouldn't just be yourself, no? Seeing your posts. It should be like only your friends, no? The rest of the others cannot see it. So please, this is very important, no? So again, this is just a reminder for everyone, especially those with multiple accounts. Before we maybe before Monday starts, maybe you'd want to go through the settings of your social media accounts in order for us to be doing the settings. And of course, not just doing the settings. How many of you have already done a or clicked the report button for a particular information or post? Or you just scroll? Has any one of you already done that? Good for those who gave me a thumbs up. You really cared, because you don't, if you try to report that false information, no, you really care for those who would still see it, no, who would still view it, no. So if that information, you feel that that information shouldn't be disseminated, then might as well report that kind of information, so that hindi marami ang magiging victims of that kind of false information. So that is what you will be getting if you reach module 4. Then you would be able to do that, because that will be part of the activity in module 4. Okay, so let us proceed to module 5. Right. Sige. So we have here module 5. So it's titled Becoming a Responsible Social Media User. So all of module 5, they are all reminders that we need to be reminded of, no? So we might say it's paulit-ulit, no? But the thing is, it's paulit-ulit, the reminders are paulit-ulit, but are we doing these reminders, or are we doing these preventive measures? So let's go back to the paulit-ulit, and let's just try to see if what we can get out of this, especially because it would really mean a lot when it comes to our the future of our digital footprint in social media, or not just in social media but online. So we actually start with, can we go to the next slide? Okay. So the next slide is we start with actually module 5 has all these major topics. Actually, um staying safe online. So we just start with staying safe online. It's more of the reminders to the young people by staying safe online. Just like this is something that's so paulit-ulit. Do not share your passwords. No? Pero it's like saying it's better to forget the password or to click on forgot password than to share the password. No? Why? Because sharing the password, it's so common. No, it's so common not to share the password, but still other people do so, blinded by love, young love, no? Sinishare sa jowa or sa shota. And then who knows? Already the shota is the one handling the account of your account or the account of the other of the shota, no? So it's something that we have to really at least imbibe in ourselves or at least practice doing. So these are just the 15 online security and privacy tips, especially for college students, no? And then we have here social media. Can we go to the next slide? Social media net etiquettes or netiquettes. Okay, so we actually have 10. Maybe I will just have to um discuss maybe the maybe one or two. So I will start with number one. Remember the human. Okay, so remember the human. Now, hearing from Ma'am Lisa and hearing from Sir John that maybe we are actually not communicating with humans, but still, no, the netiquette is we have to remember that at the other side of this communication line is still a human being, no? So it's more of us not trying to become trolls, not trying to become um a chatbot like or robotic like, no, such that we don't just release these hurtful words or hurtful information, because at the other side of this communication line is someone human just like you and me. Okay? Another one is that of, I think that's rule number 4, that says respect time and bandwidth. Okay. Many of you might be able to relate to this one. Respect time and bandwidth. How? Okay. You know that your friend is actually on free data or maybe traveling or in data, no? And traveling. Yet you're very excited to show him or her the picture, that you really send the picture, not in JPEG mode, but in RAW or in TIFF mode. So it's really very heavy and you are always making kulit. Have you seen the picture already? Have you seen the picture already? And you know that she's not on a stable connection. So that's actually respect time and bandwidth. So it's not like that. Or maybe you really need the GCash, please. Can you already make pasa to me this amount, something like that? And of course, the friend is on free data. How could that be possible? No. So again, you have to have respect the bandwidth and time, no? So at least now you would be aware of all of these very simple things, no, very simple things, yet these are already things that could have happened to you, no? You might be the one who was kulit, or you could be the one who was actually the one that's being kulit, no? So and the last one that I will be giving you is the last rule, which is forgive mistakes. Do you do that? Or do you actually provoke? No? So forgive mistakes, no? You were actually on a bus and then you would want to congratulate your friend who passed the board exam, and out of the blue what you posted was I fraud you, no? I fraud your friend, and then all the comments there were lol and funny, like like things like that, because maybe you thought that was like a funny post, no? But actually it was just a mistake, because he or she was really in a bad situation, yet she has to post or congratulate the friend. So again, forgive mistakes. We're actually fortunate that um in some ways, social media right now is forgiving in a sense because we could edit what we have posted, or we could actually also um, say disable those so many bad comments that could actually be given to us. No, so again, we could all, as humans, no, as users of social media, we have to also forgive mistakes, especially if those were erroneous posts, like a misinformation. We could actually apply rule number 10. Okay, so we go to the next slide. Okay, so before I actually go to digital hygiene, no, let me just ask you if you know what a digital footprint is. Can anyone can anyone give me maybe a thumbs up if you have an idea what a digital footprint is? And if you know the idea of what a digital footprint, maybe you'd want to give me a statement or just an idea of what a digital footprint is. Anyone? Ano ang digital footprint? Okay. Many might be already Googling what is a digital footprint. Anyone? Digital footprint. Any idea of what a digital footprint is? You can place it in the chat box. Okay, so there's like a timeline that's there. No, the timeline of your social media usage. Yes, that would be online history. So this is actually very good. Online history. Now, the thing is, a digital footprint, even if you are using incognito mode or something like that, no, a digital footprint is always recorded, meaning it's never deleted. Okay? No? Everything that we do online is being recorded. No? Even if we have already deleted, that we have accessed this and that, there is really a trace or a trail of of all the things that we do online. That's what we call a digital footprint. Now, why am I placing these things here for digital hygiene? It's because, especially because you are young people, no? Many organizations, especially international organizations, have already made use of an application wherein they do background checking of applicants in their company by checking on the digital footprint of the applicant. So we should be very careful, no? We should be very careful of what we do online, what we are doing. Now, yes, it could track a person's online activities and devices. And that's something that is really bad, especially if you're trying to um, apply for a job, no, or work outside of, of the country. So these are already happening. These things are already happening. So for us, because we're still young, we might want to have what we call or practice what we call digital hygiene. Okay, so when we practice digital hygiene, we have these things, what we call, what we can do every day, no? So every day, weekly, quarterly, and yearly. Now, every day, ito, it says here, stay away from unprotected Wi-Fi networks. But the thing is, whenever you go anywhere, ano ang unang tinatanong nyo? Ano ang unang tinatanong nyo? Like you go to a building, no? You go to a place, what do you usually? Yes, Wi-Fi pass po. So you would really ask that, no? It's like second nature to us already that you ask the Wi-Fi, na signal dire or na Wi-Fi dire. So you already are trying to get that you get to be connected to a Wi-Fi, no? So, pero every day, I mean, it's not that all Wi-Fis are bad, but we have to be very careful because these are open networks and wherein our data or our information could actually be extracted from, no? So we have to be very careful when we do that, no? So, um, we have to practice in such a way kung pwede nating we could do our own data or have our own data, then pwede we won't need to connect, no? We won't need to connect. So again, be very choosy, no? In choosing which Wi-Fi to connect to, no? So yan, every day we have to do that. Then weekly, no? So the things that we can do weekly. So, do you update your apps? No, when you what you use in your apps, or do you clear at least ito? No, because you always get to accept cookies. Do we clear cookies in our browsers to the point that we cannot open other applications because it's full of cookies already? So again, maybe weekly we could practice clearing our cookies, no? So say they all say that cookies for counting um how many have participated or how many have visited the page, but it's more than that. We know that it's more than that because they could actually also get the information we have. Now, what can we do quarterly? No, quarterly, ito, no, ito, this is very common. Yet, do we do this? Back up our files. Good for us now because we have different options of backing up files. No, we have our cloud storage. I hope you have uh at least made use of your cloud storage, especially in backing up your very important files. And then uh you should be very careful also of how, especially online shopping is very popular nowadays, so might as well also be very careful with, or at least review of your transactions for maybe the week or the month, no? So you have to always do that. And yearly, no, though let's say mahal siya, but it's really very important that we invest in anti-malware software, no? If we can afford, no, yearly to have like an antivirus or something that will help us really keep us safe, no? Keep us safe, especially with what they could get from us when it comes to our accounts and our devices. So in short, may be able, so that you could actually practice digital hygiene, be able to clear, encrypt, update, lock, back up, and check your transactions online. Okay, so we go to the next slide. Okay, so the next slide is more of digital citizenship. And I know that we always hear this as well. Now, every one of us is a digital citizen, but how we are, the level of our being digital citizens also varies, no? But let me just go to the 9 elements of digital citizenship. So it's not just for entertainment or for social media. You have to be aware that there are other elements that actually capture being digital citizens, such that there are laws, no, that you must be able to be aware of the laws that will help us, no, especially marami ba sila? Are there just a few? Is this really covered? No, so we don't need to be victims just for us to be able to check them out. No, so we have to be aware of these things. And let me just point with digital literacy, because there is actually a digital gap, not because actual digital gap with the older ones and the young ones. Other than that, say inequality when it comes to the use of digital technology. So every one of you here in the webinar, we have to value what we actually get or what we actually experience when it comes to digital technology, because not everyone in your age has the capacity or the access of, or has the, say, the luxury of making use of digital technology. And that's something that especially for future teachers out there, no? We really have to make amends in making sure that there is we are bridging the gap, especially with our learning activities that we actually present to our young students. No, it should be it should be part of digital literacy that um, we be able to bridge the gap. No, so again, we have to be very mindful that not everything that we experience with digital technology is actually also experienced by all of your age, no? So there are your peers. Okay. So let's go to the next one. I think I am on my last slide. Okay. So let me leave you with this one, no? Becoming a responsible social media user. This is like, no, I know it's not an adage because it's something that you always hear, no? And it's modern. Before you post, think before you post. Think before you click, no? So it's something that's paulit-ulit and so annoying na. Yet, no, think has a different meaning, no? So whenever you post, whenever you before you post or before you share, no, make sure that you go through think. No, think means or think stands for, is it true? Is the information I need to share true? Is it helpful? Nakakatulong ba to? Or is it damaging? No? Is it inspiring? Or is it something that demotivates the reader or the viewer? And then, and is it necessary? Kailangan ba to? Kailangan ko bang i-post ang nangutang sa akin? Something like that. Or is it kind? Is it something that is kind of you to do? Or is it something that was so selfish of you to do? No? So um, again, think has a different meaning before you post or you share. So that is it for becoming a responsible social media user. I hope you would be able to use them, not necessarily all of them right away, but at least we'll have some baby steps in trying to make use of these things in order for us to become a better responsible social media user. So the next one will be by Sir Fred Lee, the last module.
Okay, are you still there? I think we will have an open forum for this one. Okay, so I'm kidding aside. So we are here in the last module. So the last module in fighting information disorder on social media is particularly the digital means to fight information disorder on social media. So I'm here to discuss how we can use digital tools to combat information disorder, namely the misinformation, malinformation, and disinformation on social media. So there are various strategies that we can employ to tackle the spread of false information on social media platforms. So these include like crafting infographics, producing social media videos, engaging in blogging, and lastly, implementing action plan. So here we will start with, don't worry because I will give the short overview of those 4 digital means to fight information disorder. So I know you already know about this one. Let's have a short of review. So infographics. So when we say infographics in your educational setting, in the academy, or the general term for infographics, this is called visual representations of complex information that combine design. So it could be in the text and images to help you understand and remember information more easily. So example, as shown in the slide, you can see the different types of infographics. So you can have the statistical, a type of infographic that shows graph, bars, and so on. And then you can have the timeline infographic, which shows the duration of time. And then you have the process infographic, from the word process infographic. So it will give you the detailed instructions in how to combat for instance, misinformation. And then you can have the comparison infographic. So you can have both sides to reveal, like for example, if that is particular, the real fact, and then uh, you have the fake news. So you can have that. It's more on comparison infographic, a side by side showing you the details about that particular information, if that is fact or fake. And then you can have the geographical infographic, so which means particularly it shows about the geographical location of that particular issue. And then you have the very new uh, new information. Particular infographic is we have the interactive infographic. This is very common because you can click a certain infographic. So if you cover a particular cursor or particular your mouse to a specific image, so it will reveal a certain pop-up message or a pop-up window that shows the content or additional content for that particular graphics or text. So here, so may I know what infographic tools are you using? So you can use the chat box for you to share what, okay. So we have Canva, okay? Canva for education, and then Canva, okay? So I think most of our education students use Canva. This is very open source, and if you have an institutional account, then you can activate. So you have Canva, and then other informational tools aside from Canva. Okay, you can drop down the comment in the Zoom chat box. What are other tools aside from Canva? Okay. Photoshop, yes, Photoshop. And then in Photoshop, because of the advent of AI, we can also easily make infographic for that one, because this is in Photoshop, they also integrated an AI. Okay, Photoshop. And then for some non-techie, you can simply use Microsoft PowerPoint. You can just simply group that particular images and form that particular text into one poster, and then that's it. You can have an infographic. So here, I will show you the example of infographic to fight information disorder on social media. So here, these are some examples of the infographic. So again, it's a combination of the design, the text, and then the images to convey a specific information. Particularly, we are here to advocate fight information disorder. So for example, if there is a group of people, particularly posting from the Facebook about information disorder, so we can also fight that one in an infographic format. Okay, so here are some examples for that. Okay, so let's proceed to the next mode. So we have social media videos. I know you are a fan of making this one. So social media videos are short, informative clips that aim to combat the spread of false or misleading information on social media platforms. So these videos are designed to educate and inform viewers about relevant topics such as the current events, health issues in a concise and easy to understand format. So for example, so vloggers are now rampant, so they can use other social media video tools just like TikTok, okay, as shown in the slide. So TikTok, you can make a short clips or a short skits about combating information disorder. So can you give me some social media video tools you use? Okay, so TikTok, okay. From TikTok, so Reels, okay. So we have Facebook Reels. And then also we have in Reels, we can also, I think it is monetized also. We have YouTube Reels. Yeah, and then Okay, why YouTube Shorts, and then you have your uh, you can use also Canva. They have also a particular platform, the social media video platform in Canva. So you can also make a short video clip. Again, the purpose of this one is to fight information disorder on social media. So you can combat this one by giving that particular user or social media user to combat information by the use of social media videos. So again, it could be in a type of testimonial videos, or you can have a creative videos in making those social media. And next, okay, we have CapCut, and then we have the shotcut. Okay, shotcut. You can also use that one. Okay, then we have Filmora and so on. Okay, so now let's proceed to the third. Okay, digital means we have blogging. So as we all know, blogging is a type of online writing that allows individuals or groups to share their thoughts, opinions, experiences, or knowledge on a particular topic. So the differentiate in vlogging is more on the video, social media videos. And then we have here the blogging is particularly posting an online writing over the internet. So here, this is an example website builders, or where you can use it as a form of blogging platform like the Wix and then the Weebly. And then what other blogging sites are you using? Okay, so may I see in the chat box? So what particular blogging site? Okay, Blogspot. Yes, we have also the WordPress. Okay, WordPress. Yes, we have that one. And then here, okay. So again, this is the purpose of this one is to generate or awareness of that particular information disorder issue, to have a particular virality of that particular post. That means you combat that particular information disorder and provide the factual evidences by fact checking that particular post from the unreliable. Okay. So we have that, the blogging part, and then we go to the last part. We have what we call the action plan. So when we say action plan, so it is a checklist for the steps or tasks you need to complete in order to achieve the goals you have set. So for example, these are a short template. So we have 5 components. So in that case, you set your goal and then your activities. So the activities done in that particular goal. And then you have the persons involved. So in each activity, you need to assign a particular person who will conduct that particular activity. And then you set the target date of completion and then the resources needed in that particular activity. So there are a series of activities to come up with your goal. Okay, so those are the example action plan of fighting information disorder. So I have also here example. So we have here example for the action plan. This is made from the advocate of fighting information disorder on social media. So these are somewhat campers of our particular advocacy fighting information disorder here in our institution. So they give us their goal, and then they gave us a series of activities as well as the persons involved in that certain activity, and then they set the target date of completion and then the resources needed, and also we fund this particular activity in their particular institution. So again, those are some of the ways to fight information disorder on social media. This is crafting a short infographics, and then we have producing social media videos, and then uh, integrating a blogging as well as implementing action plan. This is to fight information disorder on social media. So again, this is a short of review. So I hope you learn about this particular module overview about digital means to fight information disorder on social media. So for now, okay, we are open for the question and answer portion. So may I request all the speakers to turn on their camera for the Q&A. Okay, do you have questions or clarifications? Okay, do you have questions or clarifications? Okay, we have a response, so I have none. Okay, so at this point, if you haven't have your questions, so okay, if you would like to know more about information disorder, so you can email us soul@su.edu.ph, and then Sir Steve will show you the process of getting your certificate of attendance. Sir Steve, can you show us the screen? Okay, here is the evaluation in getting your certificate of attendance. And I will just place this link in the chat box for you to evaluate this. Okay, Sir Steve already placed the link in the chat box about the evaluation link in getting your certificate of attendance. Kindly click that particular link so that you can evaluate. We are giving you 2 minutes to do it regarding the evaluation. Again, that evaluation, if you answer that particular evaluation, then you will get your certificate of attendance. And then here, this is next month. So this is December 2, 2023. So we have another upscaling session for students, SU students, Silliman University students. This is responsible use of generative AI. So again, that is a particular date, time, and then the registration, a link for that particular webinar. Again, this is intended for Silliman University students. And then we have our resource speaker, Mr. Jansen Palama. So at this part, so my request, if your video allows, so you can turn on for the photo opportunity for this part. Okay, I will just remove first the spotlight. Okay. Okay, so that we can see you clearly. Okay, so I guess we have 4 frames. So let's do it by frame. So just give us your best smile. Just give your best smiles and hold for a seconds. Okay, so okay, may I request everyone to kindly turn on your camera.
Please hold on for a few seconds. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Second frame. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, third frame. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, last frame. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, thank you everyone. Back to you, Sir Fred.
Okay, for the concluding remarks, Ma'am Alfie. Ma'am Alfie, if you could have the closing remarks.
Okay, so thank you very much for um, uh, allowing us to be part of your afternoon for this webinar that is very useful, especially for our young learners or for our young students and young professionals. So thank you very much. So if you would want to, or you are interested to actually finish the course or the 6 modules, kindly just email us, or you could also just you could also you could email us or call us at local number 417. So you could also, do we have the slides, Sir Fred?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Can
ma'am.
we show it?
Okay. The the platform, ma'am.
The can we show it, the one where they could finish the course, so they need to actually be registered?
Okay, ma'am. Just give me a minute.
Okay, so you have to visit oursoul.su.edu.ph. So in here you can actually create your account, and then we will be able to enroll you in this particular course, no, short course. So that will be for the afternoon. Thank you again for spending your Saturday afternoon with us. I hope, or we hope, that you have actually gathered more, maybe knowledge, or maybe things that you can actually use, especially as you go on with your social media life or your social media journey. So once again, good afternoon and thank you very much.